Hey there, in this video, we're going to talk about why Facebook is getting rid of the relevance score and what they are replacing it with. So hey there, my name is Tracy Reuter. I'm the CEO and founder of Divine Social. We are a Facebook and Instagram ad agency, and I'm also the contributing author to this awesome book here, The Ultimate Guide to Facebook Ads. It's the third edition, and I wrote chapters 26, 27, and 30. So Facebook recently announced that they're going to be getting rid of the relevance score, and they're going to actually be replacing it with 3 new metrics. And so this is kind of an interesting thing because relevance score, although it's not a key indicator in the success or failure of your ads, it definitely is something that we always pay attention to when we're running Facebook or Instagram ads for our clients. Now, if you don't know about the relevance score is something that is tracked at the advertising level, at the ad level, not at your ad set and not at your campaign level. It's just at the ad level. And it's essentially a rating scale that goes from 1 to 10, and it determines how much your audience likes your ad, like how relevant it is, right? That's why it's called the relevance score. So they're getting rid of this, and it's kind of interesting because there's going to be 3 new metrics in the place of the relevance score. So typically in the past, what we did whenever we had an ad that was not doing great, we would look at a variety of different indicators, and one of them would be the relevance score. We would go and look and see where it was, and anything that was 7 or above, we knew that it wasn't a mismatch to the audience, right? So there's something called a message to market mismatch or message to market match. So if it was a 7 or higher, we knew it was resonating, so that wasn't the problem. If it was a 4, 5, or 6, that was okay, but if it was below a 4, and depending upon the client, if it was below a 6, then we know, okay, we have a problem. People aren't resonating with this. This is probably part of why this ad isn't performing. Now, quite often we'll go and we'll look at ads that are doing super great, and we'll go and check the relevance score out of curiosity, and often they'll be 8, 9s, and 10s. And so again, it depends on your market, but usually like in the info product spaces, coaches, consultants, authors, that kind of space, we'll sometimes see 7, 8s, and 9s. Very rarely do we ever see a 10. But if you're in more of the e-commerce space, it can be quite common, depending upon your niche, that you'll be able to see 7, 8s, 9s, and 10s. Okay, so it's a little bit about the relevance score. So now here's what they're going to replace it with, and I've got the Facebook article right up here in front of me. We can link to it in the video below. But what they're going to do is they're going to be, in place of relevance score, they're going to be putting 3 new metrics. They are the quality ranking, engagement rate ranking, and conversion rate ranking. Now, this is interesting because this is going to be, these 3 things are based upon ads that are competing for the same audience. So why is this important? Well, number 1, okay, the Facebook algorithm and the Instagram algorithm, they have so many data points, and they know a great deal about the history of your account. So whether you've never run ads before or you've been running a lot of ads, they still have an idea, right? They have an idea of what your organic traffic puts out. They have an idea of any past ads, and they have a sense. They can predict, right? Predictive analytics. They can predict what's going to happen. So the quality ranking score, the engagement rate ranking score, and the conversion rate ranking score, say those like 10 times fast. Those things are all based upon, they're relative to other ads that are competing for the same audience. So let's break them down. So the quality ranking, this is going to be how are the ads quality? How is your ads quality compared to other ads that are competing for the exact same audience? Okay, so what's the quality? What's the perceived quality? So you could say it's amazing, but if the perceived quality is low, you've got a problem. Okay, number 2, engagement rate ranking. Now, this is all about your ad's expected engagement rate. Okay, so expected engagement rate and how that compares to other ads that are competing for the exact same audience. All right, and then finally, conversion rate ranking. This one's kind of cool. This one is how your ad's expected conversion rate will compare with the same optimization goals for the same exact audience. So engagement rate is the expected engagement rate compared to the exact same audience, right, that other ads are competing for. But the conversion rate goal is also, it's compared to the same exact audience, but it's based upon the optimization goal for whatever it is that you're running. So for example, if you are running a video view ad, it would be, what is the expected conversion rate? What is the expected video view rate for that particular ad in that exact audience? Okay, so those are the three things. Now, there's one thing that every single one of those three metrics has in common, and it's, I don't know if you picked it up, but it's the same audience. Now, this is going to be really important that you really dig deep and you really start understanding how to leverage things like targeting in Facebook. Now, right now, we've been seeing a trend in 2019. Actually, we started seeing it in 2018, and we expect to continue to see this unless Facebook makes major changes. So we've seen this trend where you actually can get really good results with very limited targeting. There was a time when people would over-engineer the targeting for Facebook ads, and sometimes you just wouldn't get the results and you'd end up with way too small of audiences. So this is going to be a little bit of a fine line as we move forward, especially with these new ad relevance metrics. So if you really, really understand your ideal target audience and you understand their psychographics, right? So you've got demographics, which are things like age and gender and marital status, that kind of stuff, right? But psychographics are more along the lines of things that they think and that they do, hobbies and books that they read and gurus that they follow and things like that. The more you can understand the psychographics of your ideal prospect, then you're going to be able to open up the audiences that you go after with your ads. Now, this is important because these three things are compared to the other ads that are competing for the exact same audience. So if everybody and their brother is competing for United Airlines, everybody is targeting people who like United Airlines, then the competition is going to go very, very high. So it's going to be really important that you start to level up your skills in your audience research. And we've talked about this in the past, where it's really, really important to always be testing audiences. Now, that's something we do and I talk about in our 3 pillars to successful social ads. And if you click the link below this video, you can download that worksheet if you haven't yet got it. But one of the 3 pillars is audience building. And audience building is a really important campaign that you always want to be having running to be building your business long-term and being able to scale using social. Now, with this, I think it's going to become even more important. And we personally, my agency, we tend to test new audiences when we're doing audience building campaigns. So like campaigns, we're trying to get engagement on Instagram to grow followings, things like that. So you definitely want to make sure you grab that resource because it will help you tremendously to start to understand why you need these 3 different things. And then again, the next thing would be to level up and start to learn how to do a deeper audience research for your ideal prospect, so that when you do launch these ads, that you have a greater chance in the auction of having your quality ranking, your engagement rate ranking, and your conversion rate ranking win, right? You want to make sure you win. Well, there'll be a link in here somewhere to be able to learn more about why it's important, what you do organically, what you do outside of your ads, how that impacts these rankings, right? Remember I said in the beginning of this video where there's a perceived quality and there's expected engagement and expected conversions. It's because Facebook is a data company. They have so much data already on all of your behaviors that you really need to understand how you can do certain things to help increase the likelihood of success in the ad auction. So make sure you come back and watch that video or click the link somewhere here. It may already be published. So with that, my name is Tracy Reuter and I will see you next time.